Thank you very much indeed. Hello, I'm Alexander Armstrong, and a very warm welcome to Pointless, the show where we're always striving to find the most obscure answers. Let's meet today's players. And couple number one.
Hi, I'm Sarah. This is my partner, Mahat, and we're from Woking in Surrey.
Couple number two.
Hi, I'm Hamid. I'm from East London. This is my friend Alex. He's also from East London.
Couple number three.
Hi, I'm Lynn, and this is my neighbour Sarabi, and we're both from Weston-super-Mare.
And finally, couple number four.
Hi, I'm John from Modbury in Devon, and this is my daughter Sonia from Merseyside.
And these are today's contestants. Thank you very much indeed, all of you. A very, very warm welcome to Pointless. It's terrific to have you all here. That just leaves one more person for me to introduce. She's a regular on Just a Minute, so she'll accept no hesitation, repetition or deviation. And we all know how devious some of our contestants can be. It is my Pointless friend. It is Lisa Tarbuck.
A very good day to you. Thank you very much.
Good day indeed.
It's a pleasure to be here.
It's a pleasure to have you here.
It's very interesting to see the workings of something that you watch yourself, and it's no less thrilling for all of that either.
and
also
lovely.
to admire you in the flesh.
Oh, thank you
You
so
look like
much.
a hot knife through butter. We're all in safe hands, aren't we?
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Liz and Mary got through to the jackpot round last time, and they did not pick up the jackpot. So today's jackpot will have another £1,000 added to it, which means it starts at £2,500. There we are. Right. Well, if everyone's ready, let's play Pointless. Always remember that it's the pair with the highest score at the end of each round that gets eliminated. So keep your scores as low as you possibly can. Very, very best of luck to everybody. Our first category today is food and drink. Can you all decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. OK, and the question concerns risotto ingredients. Lisa.
So we're going to show you 18 pictures, 9 on each pass, of ingredients included in various risotto recipes, all to be found on BBC food websites as of October 2023. However, we have removed all but the initial letter of each word in the answer. So please give us all the ingredients you can.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. So let's reveal our first board of 9 risotto ingredients. And here that first board is C, R, B, S, P, C, T, L, C, P, and S. There we are. Mahat, welcome back to Pointless. Will you tell us more about yourself?
So I've lived or worked in 4 continents.
Talk us through them.
So Africa, I'm from Somalia, so we've got that. Europe, I've worked in Madrid, I've worked in the UK, and then Asia, I've done some work out in Malaysia, and also I've visited the States on a number of occasions.
Good. Is this all work-related?
Yeah, most of it is
What work
work-related.
have you been doing in all these continents?
So I'm a senior software manager, so I put the computer together and
I
make
know,
it
but
do
this is
amazing
very
things.
cosmopolitan software. It's involving you having to fly to all corners of the globe. I mean, what fun. How are your languages, by the way? Do you speak languages for all these places?
I do. So I speak Somalian and
Yeah.
English.
Yeah.
And as I rattle through this list, I'm realising I don't speak enough.
That's OK. It'll get you by. It's fine. Mahat, how do you like our board here? Do you like risotto?
Yes, I will go for butternut squash.
You're going to say butternut squash. Shall we see how many of our 100 said butternut squash? It's right. And down it goes. 42, not bad. Solid start to the round.
Several of the butternut squash risotto recipes also feature sage, including one from Tom Kerridge with mozzarella and pine nuts.
Thank you very much indeed. Alex, welcome back to Pointless.
Hiya.
Great to have you with us again. We need to know more about you, Alex.
I might not look it, but I can speak fluent Spanish.
You should have a word with Mahat. He speaks all the languages in the world.
And I felt a bit intimidated, though, after that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, fluent Spanish. I'm half Spanish.
This is terrific. It's Spanish. I mean, it's just the most fun language. I wish I'd learned
time.
Spanish. Ah. See, I announced pieces of music from Spain on Classic FM, I'm on every day from 9 till 12. And I pretend I can speak Spanish. I just put lots of chutzpah into, that's a Spanish word, into it and hope for the best.
It's more fun.
Well, it's much more fun.
Absolutely.
It's fun, that's what it is, a fun language. Alex, how do we like risotto and all these...
I do like risotto.
All these bits and pieces?
I do like most of the ingredients. I'm going to go with truffle, though.
A truffle. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Truffle's good. 42 is the only score we have at the moment. 47 for truffle.
Nigel Slater's a big fan. He does risotto with truffle, funnily enough, and uses just one, mainly, I think, because of their prohibitive cost.
Well, this is right. And that's a black truffle there, which is only eye-wateringly expensive, whereas a white truffle...
Every now and then, nice treat.
Yeah. Yeah, once in a decade.
Yeah,
there
absolutely.
Thank you very much indeed. Now, Sarabi, welcome to Pointless. It's great to have you.
Thank you.
Tell us all about yourself.
Well, I only moved to the UK about over 2 years back, and I've lived in over 7, 8 countries.
Did you ever come across Mahat?
No, not really. Maybe, you know, we were just
You were
in
probably
and out
passing as ships in the night.
Yeah,
Yes,
you know,
yes.
So a bit of a global nomad. I can't stay at one place for too long, you know, it's like
amazed we've
settling
got
down.
You. Yeah, well, listen, if we can keep you till the end of the game, that'll be
yes.
exciting. What are you going to go for on our board here, Sarabi?
I'd go for squid.
You're going to go for squid. Shall we see how many of our 100 people similarly went for squid? Squid's right. 47 is our high score, and you pass it. Oh, look, we have a new low score, 29 for squid. Very well done indeed, Sarabi.
Both squid and squid ink are used in risottos on the BBC Food websites. Squid ink is said to be very rich in antioxidants.
I bet it is. Basically, by and large, darker foods, anything that's purple is meant to be very good for you.
Yeah.
Beetroot,
Oh.
almost too good for you.
Yeah.
There
Just
we are.
look at it.
Yeah. Thank you very much indeed. Now, welcome, Sonia. Terrific to have you here from Merseyside.
Thank you, Xander. Yes.
Tell us all about yourself, Sonia.
I'm a priest in the Church of England, a vicar in St Helens in Merseyside. But like some of my friends here, I have lived and worked around the world too.
This is becoming a theme.
I think we're a tribe.
This absolutely,
So
yes.
I've lived in France, Guatemala, Costa Rica, and for a little bit in Madagascar.
Wow. I mean, it's unfair to ask which is favourite. Which is your favourite?
Oh, all for different reasons. France for the
Yes.
food, Guatemala for the people,
Yeah.
Costa Rica for the biodiversity and the beaches, and Madagascar for the wonderful experience as a missionary of being handed a child who needed looking after, and we were able to look after her.
Wonderful.
And she's thriving, and that's just the
good.
best thing to be able
Good
to
for
do.
you, Sonia. Now, our board here, as you'll see, there are some unanswered foodstuffs. I reckon you probably know all of these. Will you talk us through them?
So courgette, rice, Parmesan cheese, and then what I thought looked like leeks but can't be because it's the wrong number of dashes on the bottom, parsley, and blank mind over the thing beginning with C.
Which of the ones you know?
I'm going to go for courgette.
Courgette, and hope everyone else said cucumber. There we are. Shall we see how many of our 100 said courgette? Courgette's right. Look at that, Sonia. This is great. Down to goes to 34. This is terrific. Well done.
A personal favourite of mine, the courgette, actually. So you were right about rice. Thank you very much. That would have scored you 72. Yes, we had Parmesan cheese at 42. Parsley was 58, so that was quite high. So, my lord.
Well, now, that's lemongrass.
Oh, of course it is.
There it is. That was quite
That would have
it's
given
quite
you 12.
It's a stout lemongrass, that one,
It
isn't
is,
it?
isn't it? So, what have we got down there?
And that's chorizo.
That was like a Spanish accent.
Yes, you see? Sorry, chorizo. See, I like to throw myself bodily into it.
And that would have got you 38.
Very good.
Oh, yes, exactly.
Thanking you.
Thank
My
you.
work here is done.
Oh, I'm afraid it's not. We're only halfway through the first round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. I can tell you that 29, Sarabi, the best score of the pass. Very well done indeed to you. Then 34 is where we find Sonia and John, and then up to 42 where we find Mahat and Sarah, and then up to 47 where we find Alex and Hamid. You're not far ahead, but Hamid, let's hope there's a lovely low-scoring item of food on the next board for you. Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Will the second players please step up to the podium? OK, let's put some more risotto ingredients up on the board, and here they are. We have T, F, S, SH, M, B, B, A, C, and M. There we are. John, welcome to Pointless. Lovely to have you here. Tell us all about yourself.
I'm a 79-year-old. I did 35 years in banking and then was called to the church at 52, did 14 years, although I'm now retired from that, but still practice and am allowed to wear the ring of confidence.
There we are.
I take a load of weddings and funerals in my retirement. I had one great wedding where I said, if anyone knows just cause or impediment why this couple may not be joined together in holy matrimony, it was during a rainstorm. And there was an immense flash of lightning and boom of thunder.
And the church was
whole
plunged into
congregation
darkness.
went, what?
Wow.
But the couple are very happily married with 2 children.
Yeah, there you are, fused together. Now, John, you are on 34. Were you to score 12 or less, you'd be going straight into round 2. What would you like to go for?
Smoked haddock.
Smoked haddock, says John. You get a red line. How many of our 100 people said smoked haddock? Smoked haddock is right. Oh, it's good. Down goes 35. Very well done indeed, taking your total up to 69.
Absolutely wonderful. I wonder, would that be classed as dyed? You know,
I think
used
they
to dye
do
it.
die. Yes,
Yeah.
they do.
I wonder why they did that.
If you forget, if you put it in your kedgeree, you go, have I put that? Oh, yes, I have. There it is.
If you gave me a bowl of kedgeree now, I'd inhale it.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. Oh,
Cracking.
there we are. Thank you
Well
very much
done.
indeed. Lynn, welcome to Pointless. Tell us all about yourself.
Well, I'm a retired engineer. I've had many, many jobs, but I'm retired now, of course.
What was the most fun job?
Well, I was a tour driver for on the continent and in England. And in my retirement now, I overhaul and produce and build vintage cars.
Oh, that's a lovely thing to do. Very nice. Now, Lynn, you're on 29. We're looking at a score of 39 or less to get you into round 2.
Right. I think it's cashew.
You are going to say cashew. Shall we see if cashew is right? Here is your red line coming in there. Cashew. Where does that get us?
Oh.
Not cashew.
They look
No,
like cashew nuts.
I'm afraid that scores you 100 points, takes your total up to 129. The round is not over yet.
I gave a cashew to a squirrel at about 8:30 this morning.
Wow.
It's the only reason I know that they're not cashews.
You want to be quite careful of that, because those teeth are sharp.
Well, I think it's the same swine that comes round at spring and digs my bulbs up.
Yes.
And there I am encouraging him.
No cashews from me.
Yeah.
Hamid, welcome back to Pointless. Tell us more about yourself, Hamid.
I used to live in Singapore, so again, keeping up the theme of
Good,
internationalism. And I once went on a trip to Malaysia. It was just a day trip for my
Yes.
birthday. And then on the way back, I accidentally, hasten to add, illegally crossed back into Singapore.
No one stamped your passport or anything?
No one stamped my passport. Somehow, I managed to get round the back of the Immigration Control Office. And I'm sure the Singaporean government will be very pleased to hear that.
No, because I saw all these guys before. They were all they were armed and looked pretty scary. Wow. So
I should clarify at this point
Yes.
as well that I did turn back.
Oh, good.
And I
Oh,
did
phew. Okay.
officially get my passport stamped,
Good.
so I hope they will forgive me.
I'm sure they'd be very grateful. Now, Hamid, you're on 47. 81 or less gets you through. What would you like to go for?
I will go for mascarpone.
Mascarpone, says Hamid. Here is your red line. Can we get you below that with mascarpone? Absolutely mascarpone, and it gets you through, unsurprisingly. It's a great answer. Goes down to 20. Very well done indeed. Our lowest score of the round so far, taking your total up to 67.
Yeah, well played, sir. Of course, an Italian cream cheese, useful in all manner of recipes.
Oh, in a tiramisu.
Oh.
You'd be nowhere without a mascarpone. There we are. Thank you very much. Now then, Sarah, welcome back to Pointless. Great to have you with us again. We need to know more about you.
Well, something I'm doing right now is trying to run a 5K again. I was quite good at running it during lockdown. I
Yeah.
did the couch to 5K,
Yes.
and then I fell off the bandwagon,
Ah.
stopped doing it for a while.
Yeah.
Now I've picked it up again, and I'm running solid for 6 minutes.
Good for you. Well, good luck with it.
Thank you.
Have you got a date for your next 5K?
Giving myself 8 weeks, 8 to 9 weeks to do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good luck. 42 is what you're on at the moment. 86 or less gets you into round 2. Would you like to talk us through the board?
The first one, tea, I'm not sure of. The second one's fennel. Then the third one's shallots. And then we have board beans, asparagus, capers, and mussels. I'll go for capers.
Capers. Very good indeed. There we are, Lynn. Easy when you know now. Let's see. Capers, you get a red line. Here we are, Sarah. Can we get you below that with capers? Absolutely capers gets you through. Very well done indeed. Into round 2 with room to spare. Look at that, down to 24. Taking your total up to 66.
Well, that was great, Clay. So that top mystery liquid, it's tamari. Obviously, it's pointless for a reason, isn't it? So that would have been a cracking answer. Then fennel scored you 42 points, and shallots we have 44. Then with broad beans, we've gone to 42. Asparagus, as you said, 53, a little higher. And then mussels scored a fairly hefty 62.
Thank you very much indeed. That brings us to the end of our first round. It means we have to say goodbye to our first pair. Oh, Lynn and Sarabi. I'm so sorry, Lynn. Oh, the old caper cashew conundrum.
It got me.
Oh, as it has so many before. Lynn and Sarabi, it's been lovely having you on. We'll see you next time. Look forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you.
For the remaining 3 pairs, it is now time for round 2. Very well done indeed. You all came top of the risotto class. Fantastic work. Mahat and Sarah, our lowest combined scorers, but Hamid, Mr. Mascarpone himself, our lowest individual scorer. So very, very well done indeed there. And just Sonia and John, lovely to have you with us. Best of luck to everybody. Our category for round 2 today is phrases with origins in Scripture. Can you decide in your pairs who's going to go first, who's going to go second? And whoever's going first, please step up to the podium. And the question concerns biblical idioms, Lisa.
So on each board, we're going to show you 6 quotations from the Bible that have become the basis of phrases used in everyday English. So we're going to give you the book, the chapter and the verse, you'll be glad to know. However, we've missed out one word from each phrase. Can you give us these words?
Thank you very much indeed. So let's reveal our first board of biblical idioms. Here they come. 6 of them. You are the salt of the E, Matthew 5:13. For the love of M is a root of all kinds of evil. 1 Timothy 6:10. A land flowing with M and honey. Exodus 3:8. There is nothing new under the S. Ecclesiastes 1:9. So Cain went out from the Lord's presence and lived in the land of N. Genesis 4:16. And a man after my own H. Acts 13:22. Sarah.
Right, so I think I know a few of them. I'm going to go with a land flowing with milk and honey.
Milk and honey. Exodus 3:8. Let's see how many of our 100 said milk. Milk is right. Goes down to 74. 74 for milk.
Essentially a phrase to describe a fertile and prosperous land. The phrase recurs in other parts of the Old Testament, but Exodus 3:8 is its first usage.
There we go. Now, Hamid, what would you like to go for?
Well, I think I know all of them, which is not always a good thing. I will go for the land of Nod.
The land of Nod, says Hamid. Shall we see how many of our 100 said Nod? It is indeed the land of Nod. 74 is the only score we have at the moment. 27 for the land of Nod. Very well done. I have a hunch that John had his eye on the land of Nod there, I think. Yeah, oh, we're getting the nod. There it is.
So nod in Hebrew literally means to wander, which is quite interesting. So rather than Nod being a specific place, living in the land of Nod could just mean that Cain lived nomadically.
Thank you very much indeed. John, there we are. There is a board that is partially filled in. Would you like to fill in all the blanks for us?
Yes, you are the salt of the earth. For the love of money, there is nothing new under the sun. a man after my own heart. Salt of the earth.
Salt of the earth, says John. OK, how many of our 100 said earth? Earth is right. There we are, 89 for earth.
Yeah, you guessed right there. Jesus describes his disciples as the salt of the earth. It means a very good and honest person or group of people, obviously. So, yes, earth was very high. Can only apologise for that. For the love of money is the root of all kinds of evil. That with a hefty 64. And, yes, son is the answer to that one with 70. And a man after my own heart scored a massive 92.
Thank you very much indeed, Lisa. Well, we are halfway through the round. Let's have a quick look at those scores. 27, Hamid. Very well done. The best score of the pass. Fantastic work there with Nod. And then we travel from there to 74, where we find Sarah and Manhattan. From there to 89, which is where we find Sonia and John. You're a bit ahead, but Sonia, you get the new board. And if anyone can find something low scoring and make it work for them, it's you.
No pressure. Thank you.
Good luck with that. We're going to come back down the line now. Well, the second players, please step up to the podium. OK, so we are going to put 6 more biblical quotations with missing words on the board, and here they come. We have, man shall not live on B alone, Matthew 4:4. By the S of your brow, Genesis 3:19. If a house is divided against itself, that house cannot S, Mark 3:25. I have escaped only by the skin of my teeth, Job 19:20. How the M have fallen, 2 Samuel 1:19, and it is more blessed to G than to receive, Acts 20:35. There we are, Sonia. We're going to need a low score here from you.
So I'm going to go for number 3. If a house is divided against itself, that house cannot stand.
OK, stand, says Sonia. You don't get a red line, I'm afraid, as you're the high scorers at the moment, but let's see how many of our 100 said stand. Stand is absolutely right. And down it goes, not bad, 24. Very good indeed. Taking your total up to 113. Have you done enough, I wonder?
That was the only one on the board I wasn't sure of. I don't know what I thought it was, so well done. I think that was a good instinct.
Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Alex, 27. Look at that for a score from Hamid. Very well done.
Yeah.
Which means 85 or less gets you into the next round, into the head-to-head, if you please.
I think I'm going to go for man shall not live on bread alone.
OK, B, bread, for Matthew 4:4. You get a red line, and it's right up there. Bread. How many of our 100 said it? Bread's right, and it gets you through 77. There we go, taking your total up to 104.
I think that's a cracking answer. I mean, it's sort of quite querulous, isn't it?
Yes.
It must be lacking in certain vitamins, bread.
Yes.
So, actually, Matthew was being really obvious there.
Yes, being very obvious. Yeah.
Get a couple of courgettes, Daniel, or some beetroot.
Some broad beans.
People don't think.
No. They just don't, Lisa. Thank you very much indeed. Now then, Mahat, you are on 74. We are looking at a score of 38 or less from you. Would you like to talk us through the board?
Not sure about the first one. I think I've only escaped by the skin of my teeth. How the mighty have fallen, and it is more blessed to give than to receive. I'm going to go for the last one.
OK,
Give.
more blessed to give than to receive. Here is your red line. It's there. Give. Will that get you below that red line? Give, I'm afraid, is 84, which takes your total up to 158.
So the one that you didn't know would have been the one that would have got you through, and it was sweat. So by the sweat of your brow, 34 scored. I have escaped only by the skin of my teeth, of course, 91. And how the mighty have fallen. That bringing us in with a 73. Well played, sir.
Thank you very much indeed. That brings us to the end of our second round. It also means we have to say goodbye to our next pair, Mahat and Sarah. I'm afraid this is where we say goodbye to you. However, you will be back next time for your third and final attempt on the pointless final. And let's hope we can take it one stage further, at least. But thank you so much. Meanwhile, Mahat and Sarah. For our 2 remaining pairs, it's now time for the head-to-head. Huge congratulations, Alid and Hamid, Sonia and John. You are now one step closer to the final and a chance to play for our jackpot, which currently stands at £2,500. However, before we play the head-to-head, we now have a chance to see if we can find a couple of pointless answers and put some more money into that jackpot. So here goes. We gave 100 people 100 seconds to name as many paintings with one figure as they could. What does this mean?
I like this question. You'll see 6 options. 2 are obviously pointless famous paintings, and they have just one figure in them. 2 are red herrings, so it's up to you to find the pointless answers to boost potentially your own jackpot.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed. Boost. So can we see if we can find the 2 pointless paintings with just one figure? OK, going to the match, the broken column, bean, bubbles, portrait of Madame X, and the convalescent.
I think going to the match is a Lowry, and it's got lots of figures in it.
Yeah, I think you're
Yes.
right, yeah.
OK.
So probably not that.
And that looks like I know a lot about art, but that's it.
That's it.
That's
So
it.
we know
No,
you've got
that's a
that one.
huge contribution, Sonia, and very valuable. Thank you. Alex and Hamid, what are you going to nominate?
For some reason, I'm drawn towards bubbles.
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
drawn
know
towards
why.
bubbles as well.
Yeah.
And it sounds fun.
Sounds fun. It worked for us last time by going for the fun answer.
OK, should we see if Bubbles is a pointless painting? Ooh. And being plural, it might have thrown people off the scent there. Bubbles, down it goes, still going down. Look, oh! 1. I was ready with my celebration there. OK, Sonia and John.
It's broken column? Yeah. We're going to go with the broken column.
The broken column. Let's see if that is a pointless painting. Ooh. Ooh, down it goes, still going down. Oh, no! Well done, Sonia and Jonia.
Congratulations. That, of course, is a Frida Kahlo. Yeah, I think it refers to her spine, doesn't it, the broken
Does it
column?
really?
I think so,
Oh, no.
yeah. Going to the match, you were quite right. That is Lowry, and it is a crowd scene. And Bean is the red herring, and that's the title from the Mr. Bean film, where he accidentally destroys the painting Whistler's mother. And then a portrait of Madame X is John Singer Sargent, and that would have scored you 1. The Convalescent, of course, is by Gwen John, and that's the other pointless answer.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed, Lisa. And well done, you managed to find 1 pointless answer, which means we can add £250 to the jackpot, taking the total up to £2,750. But who will be playing for it? Well, let's find out in the head-to-head. Now, the first pair to win 2 questions will be playing for that jackpot, and you're now allowed to confer before you give your answers. Best of luck to everybody. Our first question is all about famous people doing the ironing.
So we're going to
Lisa.
show you some images of famous people doing ironing. Simply tell us their names, please. In the case of actors, we're looking for the real names, not any characters that they're portraying.
Thank you very much indeed. So let's reveal our 5 people doing the ironing, and here they are. We have A, B, C, D, and E. There we are. Now, Alex and Hamid, you are our low scorers, so you go first.
OK. Which one do you want to go for? If you held me to a hot iron, I might go for B, but shall we go for Robert Downey Jr.?
Are you saying you're going to go for an easy one?
Robert Downey Jr.
OK.
For E.
For E, Robert Downey Jr. OK, now then, Sonia and John, can you talk us through that board?
Jack Nicholson, I think, in A. I think it's somebody Nielsen in C. And I desperately hope it's Mark Hughes in D.
Is that the one you're going to go for?
That's the one I'm going to go for.
Mark Hughes, D. So we have Robert Downey Jr. and Mark Hughes. Alex and Hamid went for Robert Downey Jr. for E. Should we see how many of our 100 said that? It is Robert Downey Jr. Down goes to 24. Not bad. Meanwhile, Sonia and John have gone for Mark Hughes for D. Should we see how many of our 100 said Mark Hughes? Mark Hughes is absolutely right. And it gets you through, and it gets you the point. Very well done indeed. And that means Sonia and John, after 1 question, you're up 1-0.
So we'll run through these. Jack Nicholson, of course, that is a scene in The Witches of Eastwick, and it would have scored you a hefty 54. So well done for avoiding that. And then moving on to this black and white figure in B.
Is it Dirk Bogarde?
It's not, it's Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
That actually would have been a great one to pick because it was 9. And then we have Leslie Nielsen there, and he would have scored you 28.
There we are. Thank you very much indeed, Lisa. Now, here comes your second question. Alex and Hamid, you've got to win this one to stay in the game. So very, very best of luck. Our second question is all about train termini.
It's quite elaborate, isn't it? We're going to give you the names of 5 train stations which are the termini of the main National Railway network. And that means that they're the first or last stop on the line. However, we've removed all but the first and last letters from each word of their names. And rather than minding the gaps, please fill the gaps in and give us the most obscure answer.
Thank you very much indeed. Let's reveal our 5 termini, and here they come. FHDS, LNWO, GWCL, BMMRST, and MDHN. There we are. Now, Sonia and John, you get to go first.
We're going to go with Glasgow Central.
Glasgow Central, say Sonia and John. Now then, Alex and Hamid, can you talk us through that board?
We think the first one is something docks, but we can't work out the first word. And then London Waterloo, and then Birmingham Moor Street. And the last one we can't see. Birmingham Moor Street?
Birmingham, I think we'll go Birmingham Moor Street, yeah.
OK, Birmingham Moor Street. So we have Glasgow Central and we have Birmingham Moor Street. Now then, Sonia and John went for Glasgow Central. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Glasgow Central, absolutely right. That goes down to 22. Meanwhile, Alex and Hamid have gone for Birmingham Moor Street. Let's see how many of our 100 said that. Birmingham Moor Street is right. Look at that, down it goes. Ooh! 15 for Birmingham Moor Street. You're back in the game. Alex and Hamid, well done. After 2 questions, it's 1-1.
Yeah, well played. I wouldn't have got that. And you've got London Waterloo, which I think everybody knew. That would have given you 50. And at the bottom there, you've got Milford Haven, giving you a very nice 1. But the top one is a little tricksy. Do you know
Docks?
It is
Docks
Docks,
is good.
yeah. Any idea?
Is Falmouth? Not Falmouth.
It is Falmouth, yeah.
I went to university there.
Now he says it.
There we go.
Falmouth Docks was a pointless answer.
Oh.
Brilliant. There we go. Well, thank you very much indeed. OK,
Can we do that again?
OK, it all comes down to this decider. Whoever wins this third question goes through to the final and plays for that jackpot. Best of luck, everybody. Our third question is all about afternoons, Lisa.
So we're going to give you 5 clues to things that revolve round or involve the word afternoon. We'll also give you the initials of the answers.
Thank you very much indeed. So let's reveal our 5 afternoon clues. The stage musical Sunny Afternoon features the songs of this British band, TK, film star who received a Best Actor Oscar nomination for playing the character Sunny in the 1975 film Dog Day Afternoon, AP, green plant of the gourd family that is typically served in sandwiches as part of an afternoon tea, C, BBC DJ who presented his final In the Afternoon show on Radio 2 in 2022, SW, and Spanish word for an afternoon rest or nap, usually taken in countries with a hot climate, S. There we are. Alex and Hamid will go first.
OK, say it. The Kinks.
The Kinks, yeah. I think we're going to go with the stage musical as the Kinks.
The Kinks, say Alex and Hamid. Now, Sonia and John, can you talk us through the board?
Not really. Don't know the second one. Third is cucumber. I'm afraid I don't know the fourth one either. And the final one is siesta. Should we go with siesta? Yeah. Well, I think we'll go with siesta because languages has been our theme.
Yeah,
so
there we are. It has been a theme. It has been a theme. So in keeping with that, so we have the Kinks versus siesta. Alex and Hamid went for the Kinks for Sunny Afternoon. How many of our 100 said the Kinks? The Kinks is right. 43 for the Kinks. Meanwhile, Sonia and John have gone for siesta for the bottom one, the Spanish word for an afternoon rest. How many of our 100 said that? Siesta is right. 82 for siesta. There we are. We have a winner. Alex and Hamid, after 3 questions, you're through to the final. 2-1.
Well played. Film star for Dog Day Afternoon. Any ideas?
Anthony Perkins.
Al Pacino.
Al Pacino.
Yeah, Al Pacino
There
for
we go.
25. So, Green Plant of the Good. Yes, it was Cucumber. 66, though. Big score. And the BBC DJ, Steve Wright, my lovely friend Steve Wright, who would have given you 36 points.
Thank you very much indeed. That brings us to the end of our head-to-head round. It means we have to say goodbye to one of our pairs, Sonia and John. This is only your first show. You could do it if you want to go to the final of the next show or the show after that. I mean, it's all up to you. Anyway, we'll look forward to seeing you then. Sonia and John.
Thank you.
Well done, Alex.
Meanwhile, Alex and Hamid, now time for the pointless final. Oh, but congratulations, Alex and Hamid. You've fought off all the competition and you have won our coveted pointless trophy. You now have a chance to win the pointless jackpot. And at the end of today's show, the jackpot is standing at £2,750. Well, I mean, the big question is, what would you like to see come up?
Definitely some football, I think. What would you like?
A bit of science, maybe. We haven't had any science today. UK politics, US politics, something like that.
OK, let's put it off no more. Here are the 4 options for you today. Chess, Bristol Trip Hop, Best Actress Oscar winners, and Decades of the Booker Prize.
Not particularly strong at anything there, personally. Maybe Best Actress Oscar winners, or...
I wonder if Booker Prize might be a better one.
Yeah, I think
It's a bit more general, and we have been revising that. So...
Yeah, I'm happy to go with Booker Prize if you are.
Decades of the Booker Prize.
OK, Decades of the Booker Prize it is.
So, we're going to be looking for the name of any author who was shortlisted for the Booker Prize in the earliest full decade of the awards, so the 1970s, or the most recent full decade of the awards, which is the 2010s. To reiterate, though, this is just the authors that were shortlisted, including the eventual winners, and this is the main prize, not the separate international one. This is according to the Booker Prize website. Best of luck to you in the studio and best of luck to you at home.
Thank you very much indeed, Lisa. Now, as always, you've got up to 1 minute to come up with 3 answers. All you need to win that jackpot is for just one of those answers to be pointless. Are you ready?
Ready as we'll ever be.
OK, well, let's put 60 seconds up on the clock. There they are. Your time starts now.
Right, I think you're right. 70s is where the...
70s is where the pointless answers will be. So the very first winner was called P.H. Newby.
Well, that's probably a good shout to put
Probably a good
down.
one. And then the first person from overseas who won the main prize was Nadine Mortimer from South Africa.
OK.
So she might be a good one.
And that would be in the 70s as well?
That was the 70s.
OK.
V.S. Naipaul won it, but people will know that one. I
OK.
think V.S. Naipaul's a popular name, a popular figure. Maybe, I think there was someone called Bernice Rubens.
That could be a nice little...
Who was,
Throw it in as a... See what happens.
Not the second, but one of the early winners was called Bernice Rubens. And maybe a few who were shortlisted, or potentially shortlisted, because they were all winners, so I feel like people might know them.
Yeah, but it is early on.
It is early on, yeah. Shall we go for those?
10 seconds left.
I think potentially, I think it's, yeah.
OK.
Provided nothing, but I'm happy with your choices.
You can have your 5 seconds back.
OK, listen, we'll stop the clock. There we are. Thank you very much indeed. We can take those and give them to people who need more time on other programmes. Let's have your 3 answers.
We're going for 3 from the 70s.
OK.
P.H. Newby.
P.H. Newby.
Nadine Mortimer.
Nadine Mortimer.
And Bernice Rubens.
And Bernice Rubens. Which of those 3 do you think is your best shot at a pointless answer?
If it's right, then Bernice Rubens.
OK, Bernice Rubens we'll put last. Least likely to be pointless?
P.H. Newby, because he was first.
Yeah.
OK, well, let's put those answers up on the board in that order, and here they come. We have P.H. Newby, Nadine Mortimer and Bernice Rubens. Well, if one of these turns out to be pointless and wins you that jackpot, you'll be leaving with £2,750. What would you like to do with that? Alex, I'm going to ask you first.
We've always discussed, because we met at our quiz together, the quiz I run, the quiz that Harry's been going to. We think it'd be really nice to throw a party for all the quiz regulars there. It's like a proper, like, community pub.
That'd be a nice thing to do. Put it behind the bar.
Yeah.
All the porky scratchings you can eat.
Oh, a lot, yeah.
Oh, very nice. Hamid, I dare you to say something different to that.
We're going to have a blowout, Dander.
Yeah, there we are. Brilliant. Well done, you. Well, fingers crossed. I really hope one of these turns out to be pointless. In all three cases, we're looking for authors shortlisted for the Booker Prize in the 1970s. Your first answer was P.H. Newby. Let's put it to the 100. How many of our 100 said it? Might P.H. Newby be pointless? Oh. Oh, that's annoying. P.H. Newby. OK, we won't dwell on that. We will turn now to Nadine Mortimer, your next answer for £2,750. Might Nadine Mortimer be pointless? Oh, no!
Oh.
Nadine Mortimer, not a correct answer, it turns out. Bernice Rubens is your third and final answer. This is the one you thought was your best shot at a pointless answer for £2,750. Might Bernice Rubens be pointless? Oh, hooray. Well, P.H. Newby turned out to be incorrect, as did Nadine Mortimer, but Bernice Rubens absolutely on the money. Down we go. If this goes down to 0, you leave with £2,750. Still going down with Bernice Rubens. Oh, to 1. Oh, bad luck. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm afraid you don't, therefore, win today's jackpot. But you very deservedly take home today's pointless trophy. So very, very well done indeed for that, Alex and Hannah.
It was great knowledge, in fact, because you were so unlucky. P.H. Newby was the first winner, but in 1969. Oh, a matter of months, but well played. And it wasn't Nadine Mortimer, it was Nadine Gordimer. She would have been a pointless answer. And worst of all, you did say V.S. Naipaul, and he was pointless, yeah.
Wow.
He was pointless. So that was a bit of bad luck for some cracking knowledge. But let's have a look at some of the pointless answers for you, starting with authors in the 1970s. You've got Kingsley Amis, Nadine Gordimer, Ruth Prower Jabvala, and Thomas Keneally. In fact, everyone was pointless apart from the following three authors, Bernice Rubens, who you said, Doris Lessing and Iris Murdoch. So moving on to authors in the 2010s, here are some of the pointless answers that you could have had. Bernardine Evaristo, Colm Tobin, Eleanor Catton and Marlon James. And the only scoring answers here were Salman Rushdie, Hilary Mantel, Anna Burns, Fiona Mosley, Julian Barnes, Margaret Atwood and Peter Carey. So well done if you were having a go at home. And commiserations, boys. I thought that was really great knowledge.
Thank you very much indeed, Lisa, and thank you so much, Alex and Hamid. You've been spectacular. I'm so sorry you didn't win the jackpot today. That will therefore roll over onto the next show, when we will be playing for £3,750. Join us then to see if someone can win it. Meanwhile, it's goodbye from Lisa.
Goodbye.
And it's goodbye from me. Goodbye.